So many of you have been attending sessions by Ramesh Waghmare and his expert
Yeah.
co sessions. So this time we have a session about Sitar, and we are going to have Ramesh Waghmare and also Prasad Joglekar. That's going to entertain you and also educate you. And so, without further delay, I will give it to Ramesh to continue. And again, if you want to introduce Prasad, go ahead and do that. Whatever
Yeah.
you had decided, Ramesh ji. Namaste.
I have known Prasad for 32 years now, and I have heard his sitar so much, that I'm convinced that he's a professional. And I used to teach at in the university, and Prasad's apartment was just opposite. So after my teaching was over, I used to go to him, and he used to give me some snacks also, and then also play sitar for me. Thanks. He
Thank,
is a disciple of Abdul
thank you,
Halim
thank
Zafar
you,
Khan.
thank
Abdul
you
Halim
for
Zafar Khan.
and Ramesh Kaka, and I saw Vikram also. Really nice to be here with you.
Oh, that's good.
So, Prasad, how long have we known each other? Do you remember?
1 year more than I have known Ramesh Kaka, so because I know you from India since
Yeah.
1992.
93, 92, 93, that time
93.
frame.
Yeah.
But Vikramji, I have known Prasad more intensively than you have.
Okay, well, we'll let Prasad decide that.
Okay. Okay. So we start with Saraswati Vandana. Thanks for attending, Vikramji.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावर दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Great. Thank you very much, Swara. Okay. Uh, because there is so much to cover, I have given you detailed notes. So I will not go through those notes. You can read them for yourself. So I will just start the story. Just as in Santur, there is only Shivkumar Sharma. In the case of Sitar, we have got 5 masters. And starting with Pandit Ravi Shankar, then Ustad Abdul Halim Zafar Khan, Ustad Vilayat Khan, then Ustad Rais Khan, and Nikhil Banerjee. And today I am going to deal with Pandit Ravi Shankar and uh, Ustad Abdul Halim Zafar Khan and his disciple, he's one of his favorite disciples, Prasad Joglekar is with us. And at the end, he is going to show us some of the fine points of Abdul Halim Zafar Khan Sahib on his sitar. So I will start with Pandit Ravi Shankar's story. Now all the details are here, so I will not read those for you. I will start straightway with the story which is relevant. Pandit Ravi Shankar, Ravi as he was, his father Shamakant was a very famous barrister and also a womanizer. And so Raviji had four brothers, and the family used to get the pension from the state of Jhalwar, where Shyamakantji, the father, was the Diwan. So when Shyamakantji went to London, his son, eldest son, Uday or Dada, he also went with them. And in 3 years, Dada or Uday completed his degree in fine arts. And Shamkant was a good dramatist also. And he used to write dance dramas. He wrote dance dramas, for example, like Radha Krishna, Indian Wedding, and like that. And Uday used to set them to dance and music. Actually, Uday was not trained in dance, but it was as if that he was born with the steps for dancing. Now, one program when Uday was staging, the famous ballerina Anna Pavlova, she came to attend. She liked his program so much that she invited Uday to join her troupe. So Uday joined and they toured Europe. And one advantage was that the people liked Uday's dancing and dance drama so much that all the rich peoples and the royals, they came with big purses and started giving donations to Uday. So Uday started a drama company called Darpana, and with headquarters in Paris. And he started. Now he was a good brother, so he could not bring all his brothers. So he brought Pandit Ravi Shankar or Ravi, who was the youngest and the favorite. So Ravi came there at the age of 13. He was there till the age of 16, and he learned two things from Uday: how to network, and the other thing he should not have learned was womanizing. And the young Ravi was trained in dances. So you will see that in Raviji's Sitar, you see a dance element. Now, when Ravi was 16 or 16 and a half, Uday's company went to India to perform, and there they heard the program of Ustad Baba Alauddin Khan on Sarod. And Uday liked it very much, and Ravi liked it very much. So Uday asked Baba to be the music director and come with him to Paris. So Baba said, okay, I will, but I will only stay for a year and a half because I'm training my son, Ustad Ali Akbar Khan. Ustad Ali Akbar Khan became a Sarod legend, as you know. And so Baba went for an year and a half to Uday in Paris and toured with him. Now, Uday said, Baba, why don't you teach Ravi something? He should learn some instrument. So when Baba asked Ravi, every week he would come with a new instrument, sometimes the flute and sometimes, because Baba was master of many instruments. So then Baba was mad. He said, you have got Brahmar Vrutti. You go from one instrument to the other. This way you will never learn. So select one instrument. So he chose sitar. Now remember, Ravi had a very luxurious life in Paris, living in big, nice, plush houses and all the facilities. He learned French there also. So when at the end of year and a half, Baba was to go to India, then Uday said, you also go with him and learn star. Now, this was a great sacrifice for Raviji because he was in the reaches of Paris. Now, he had to go to a small town of Maihar, where Baba was the court musician, and the king of Maihar had given him the a small, a big house, but a small cottage adjoining it. So Baba wanted Ravi to stay with him, but Ravi stayed in the cottage. And uh, so he started learning from Baba. And in slide 4, for instance, you will know the routine of Ravi, which I am not going to go. The gist of this slide is that Ravi ji used to practice for 8 to 10 hours, or even 10 to 12 hours. Naturally, in 2 years, Raviji became quite proficient in sitar. Of course, you will say, why in 2 years? Because when you practice it for 10, 12 hours a year, there was no diversion. There was no entertainment in Maihar, the small town. And Raviji and Ali Akbar, Alauddin Khan's son, uh, they used to go to the temple of Kali. That was all their entertainment. And so in 2 years, Ravi became very good. And in 1939, there was a conference and Baba sent him there. And Ravi performed very well. And Baba was so impressed. He said, Ravi, you are still not ready to perform solo, but you will also perform with Ali Akbar, because Ali Akbar, you can have a jugalbandi. So they started performing. Uh, Later on, I have told you that Raviji had was one time he was about to commit suicide, but when he met Tata Baba, and I have described that in the uh, talk on the miracles in the lives of classical musicians. Now, Raviji had, by luck, met two most important people in his life. One was Yehudi Menuhin. Yehudi Menuhin was given the task by the US government to find out good Indian musicians so that they can spread Indian music in the United States. So Yehudi Menuhin came, and at that time, Raviji was the director, music director at All India Radio, and he performed a concert with Chaturlal as tabla. And Raviji says that just as right now there was a uh, glamour for Zakir, the same kind of glamour was there for Chaturlal. I mean, girls used to go after him and so on. And so Menuhin had heard his performance and invited to a conference. And later on also, he invited Raviji to give some workshop. Then Menuhin said that I will finance you, but you have to spread music on your own. And Raviji started going to towns, and it was very difficult. I will tell you one example. I was studying in Johns Hopkins University in 1964, when lot of you were not born, and Raviji came for a concert. Raviji was not known, and I was in the organizing committee. And in India, there is a big reception after the program. So I asked the head of the organization, I said, where is the reception? And he said, what reception? After that, he's on his own. Our contract is only for the concert. I said, look, he is a great musician, and in India, even the royals, go after him to entertain him. Then he said that if you're that much worried about him, he is staying in Lord Baltimore Hotel. To make the long story short, I called him at the Lord Baltimore Hotel, and he was so happy that in this strange town, somebody is taking care of us. And he did come, and I was staying with a friend in a two-bedroom apartment. We entertained him, and we were talking till 4 o'clock in the morning. And even later on, afterwards, he would faintly remember that meeting, because the last time I met Raviji was in 2005. And he said, oh, yeah, I said, yeah, I remember. Uh, I came with Dr. Penny Eastbrook, who was driving us around. And even Allah Kha, who was with him at that time, he also remembered after many years, that thing. Now, Raviji sometimes, in the small towns he had to go, he would say, keep my program. Then they would say, play for half an hour. If you do well, then we'll keep your program. So it was very difficult. Nobody uh, had this kind of difficulty. But that is because of that, Raviji was the Columbus, just as Columbus discovered the United States. Raviji discovered the United States as a music venue. Now, the another person Raviji met was, now remember in 1964, when we entertained Raviji, after the program, everybody went because nobody knew him, nobody autographed. But the turn of the events came in 1966 when he met Beatle George Harrison. George Harrison was a multimillionaire, but he had no peace of mind. So he asked Raviji questions about the peace of mind. And then he told Raviji that he had used sitar in his album called Norwegian Wood. And Raviji was a bit upset, but he didn't show it. And he said, look, one lifetime is required just to learn the basics of sitar. And how can you use that in Norwegian Wood? So then Harrison said, will you teach me? And he said, yes. So they went to India for 5-6 weeks, and Raviji taught him the basics of sitar. And when the news went out that Raviji is the guru to the Beatles, a guru to the Beatles means a great title, invitations started pouring in, and his fees were doubled, and he bought a house in Los Angeles. So that was another important person he met. Now, there is one charge made against Raviji that he cheapened Indian classical music. It is completely wrong. Even when he played for the hippies at 2 conferences, they were all lying on a green, in a field, there were thousands of people had gathered, all the hippies, and Raviji was invited in Monterey. In Monterey, he played Raga Parameshwari with Alapi for 35 minutes. People said, oh, he didn't play Alapi, just, started playing to the gallery, which was not true. Even in Woodstock, another hippie hideout, conference or gathering, he played Raga Todi. So it is not true. Raviji also did not compromise when he was playing fusion. For instance, he played Jugalbandi with Yehudi Menuhin, and he played ragas Tilanga Pilu and Puriya. Then, so what Raviji did that, he took advantage of the popularity of George Harrison. And in 1974, they went on a tour in the United States and Europe. Raviji was the conductor. He did not much play, but he gathered around him the prominent Indian musicians like Sultan Khan, uh, uh, then Hariprasad Chaurasia, the flutist, then Shiv Kumar Sharma and all that. So Raviji was the first person to give stage, to bring into limelight all these musicians who later on became legends. And so the program so what used to happen, Raviji and these people used to play first, because if George played first, people would go away. So Raviji used to play first, and his program would start with Vedic chanting, the Vedas, scriptures from the Vedas. Then he would discuss or explain what is Alapi, what is Khyal, what is Tappa, what is Tarana, what is Thubri, and all this. And with George, they went out to sold out performances. And where did they used to practice? George had a small 112 room mansion. So they used to practice in 112 room mansion. And Ravi used to come from a hotel and think of a composition and used to play there. Then, because the these people were continuously touring for 2 months. They would be tired. So George made his luxurious jet plane, available to them. So, you can see Raviji made use of this to spread classical music. Then Raviji also went to, this is slide number 8/1. He went to Zubin Mehta and he said, Zubin, I want to have to play in your orchestra. So Zubin began to laugh. He said, Ravi, you don't understand my music, I don't understand yours. But then Raviji said, but Zubin, we have something in common. And Zubin said, what? He said, we are both from India. And Zubin used to. And Raviji said, you just listen to what I'm playing. If you don't like it, then we won't. So Raviji prepared a ragamala, means, a garland of ragas, lot of ragas. And he wove a garland of different ragas around two main ragas, Miyake Malhar, which is played in monsoon season, and which is the Hirias Raga, and the another romantic Yaman Kalyan. And Zubin liked it so much, that he said, okay, Ravi, I will conduct my 80-player orchestra and highlight your raga. I will not drown your raga. So Raviji said, okay. And so he played with Zubin. And again with Zubin, Raviji did not play any fusion in the sense of, he did not go along with that Zubin playing and then he just was, tun, 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 not like that. No. The main artist was Ravi ji playing his Ragamala, and Zubin highlighted it with his 80-man orchestra, 80-person orchestra so well that Zubin was so impressed with Raviji's uh, fusion that they toured for many, many months in Europe and the US. And so this way, Raviji went to at great lengths to spread classical music. Raviji, another interesting thing about Raviji, he was the only one who played concerts till the last. His last concert, public concert, was with his daughter Anushka on 4th of November 2012, and he passed away on 1 month later on 11th of December. Now, I want to talk about the style of Raviji's playing, which is the main thing. So now our Santoor expert, remember last time Girish Kale was the Santoor expert and he threw new light on the style of Shiv Kumar Sharma, and he played some things, which uh, took us to higher heights of spiritual joy. So he will play now Rag Jog. And one thing you have to say about Raviji, his ragas, it starts, he has got two pumpkins and it sounds like a bell, first. Just as you play bell in the inner sanctum, it will be like that. Raviji doesn't have too many ornaments like gamak or meend or etc. It is straight. I think he's just, it's like a straight, it goes in a linear fashion and you get really engrossed, it is very useful for spiritual meditation. So, Pandit Girish, can you play Raga Jog? Now you can see how, close your eyes. Okay. Do you have a comment after this? 1 minute, Girish, 1 minute. You know, this last segment of Rag Jog, this shows the mastery of Pandit Chaturlal on tabla. You know, when Rabiji starts playing the gat, the druta gat, the fast tempo thing, Chaturlal doesn't accompany him like, you can see he is going somewhere else. Raviji is going to Delhi and he is going to Bombay, like that. But he will come exactly, he will complete his tabla cycle when Raviji completes his sitar cycle, which is called sum. Okay, you can play now. You can see the mathematics behind Chaturlal's tabla. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So you can see how Chaturlal, goes astray and then he exactly completes the tabla cycle. This piece I like so much that once Anindo Chatterjee is a tabla player of All India fame, and he was my guest. And as he was sitting down to supper, I remembered this and I said, Anindo, uh, I have got to show you one piece, And so actually my wife I was a bit upset. He said he is just sitting down for, but Anand said, no, 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 I want to hear it. So I played this, and Anand said, oh, what mathematics. And he played his 3 and 4 times before he sat down for supper. Okay, now we'll play another piece of, which is sort of lighter piece. And here you will see a little bit of dancing tunes. Okay. No, that's okay. Now you can play Hamsa Dhwani. The example of Hamsa Dhwani is Ja to se nahi bolu kanhaiya, from movie Parivar, Lata and Mannade. It's a beautiful piece. should be enough. Okay, now we'll play from the 7.32. How do you like it, Mishraji? Subhash Chitra?
Good.
Okay, so you can see this was a romantic light, as opposed to the serious Zog, which we played first. Okay, now we go to the next musician, that is Abdul Halim Zafar Khan. That's okay. 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 We are finished with Pandit Ravi Shankar. Actually, this was short, uh, in my in my book, there is a 24 pages chapter on Ravi Shankar. Anyhow, now Abdul Halim Zafar Khan had comparatively easy learning because Raviji had to go from Paris to a small hut in Maihar, but Abdul Halim Khan uh, found his guru in the living room in the form of his father, Zafar Khan. The father was expert in Sitar and also a lot of other. And the father had a lot of varied tastes. He used to attend not only classical music concerts, but Qawwali, Ghazal, and Zafar Khan, sir, the father, also had a big interest in Persian poetry. So all these things, uh, Abdul Halim, the son, he got from his father. And they were very secular. For example, Abdul Halim Zafar Khan is famous for the Zafar Khani Baz, which our young Pandit uh, Girish, sorry, uh, Prasad Joglekar will show. So, and his book on Zafar Khani Baz. Now, Baz is a style. For example, in the case of Pandit Ravi Shankar, what is his Baz? His Baz is known for his deep, resonant sound, the bell. And you will find a little bit of effect of uh, Rebiji in the Alapi sometimes, because it also sounds like bell sometimes, and in the Gat, in the song, in the Druta song, you see a glimpse of Ustad Vilayat Khan. And actually, Zafar Khan we had a program of Abdul Halim Zafar Khan in 1987 in Ottawa. We had, and Zafar Khan, I told him this, that, no, it was on October 28th, 1983. So I told him that I found this, he didn't commit himself to that, he just smiled. And he said that Ravi Shankar is, of course, is like my elder brother. And Vilayat Khan Saab, I have great respect for him. So Zafar Khan, Abdul Halim Zafar Khan, uh, Shivkumar Sharma, when he first Abdul Halim Zafar Khan Sahib, this is what he said. It was probably in 55, 56. I was relaxing in my terrace in Jammu. In the stillness of the night, I heard the notes of Rag Chayanat on the sitar emanate from my neighbor's radio. I immediately noticed that the tone of the sitar was completely different. So when I play Abdul Halim Zafar Khan's sitar, you will see the tone is different and the style of playing also was unique. You don't have to understand the technicalities, but you will immediately see that Zafar Khan's style is different from Pandit Ravi Shankar's style. And what the style is baz, just as I just told you, that the baz of Pandit Ravi Shankar is a deep resonant sound. It is not easy to explain Zafar Khan baz, but uh, Prasad will explain. So let us now play some. Shivkumar Sharma heard Chayanat and was impressed. So we'll play Chayanat. Just 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. The example of Chayanat, in Bollywood song is, there is Madhumati, there is a song, Julmi Sang Aakhan Ladi, and by Lata Didi. And there is also in Naya Daur, there is a song by Rafi and Asha, Maang Ke Saath Tumhara. These are examples of Chayanat. Okay, now play. Thanks. Yeah, we don't see Prasad.
I'm here.
Okay. Why don't you highlight Prasad? Okay. नहीं, पहिला playing one. Okay, that should be enough. Okay. So now Abdul Halim Zafar Khan was very much interested in poetry, Persian poetry. In Persian poetry, there are a lot of love songs and so on. And so now there is a audio of Zafar Khan Ibaz, but I think Prasad, I won't play it because you showed us, okay?
But if you have that Pahadi, maybe you can play it for some time.
Okay, Pahadi. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, let us play Pahadi.
That's probably among the best parties I've ever heard.
Okay, okay. And this was recommended by, because you can see uh, Abdul Alim Zafar Khan's Thumris are very sentimental. And because of his love for Persian poetry. Raviji's light Thumris or whatever, they will have a more of a dancing, romantic thing. And so these,
Maybe you can give a sample of each of these because very few sitar players have played thumri on the sitar.
yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Actually, the Thumri up, those two, I thought very haunting. But I think that's okay if you.
Yeah, you can play the first thumris, yeah, and then party a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll do, okay, we'll play Thumri A, that part. Very haunting. Okay, now we can play Pahadi. Beautiful. Okay, I think that should be enough. Prasad, come on now. Now Prasad will, no, see, this was Prasad's recommendation. So you can see the experienced sitar player recommending something, which I wouldn't have imagined or thought. So this is what the example, this is why I bring all these experts here. Okay, Prasad, you're on.
Thank you, Ramesh. So like you said, I wouldn't have imagined. I also wouldn't have imagined how this party was played. To go back in history, when I was about 10 years old, I was learning sitar at the time, and
Yeah.
my father had given me a cassette with this
Oh,
party.
oh, I see.
This party must be 70 years old with Pandit Samta Prasad on the tabla. It's not
Oh,
available anywhere else, but it's now on YouTube. But I couldn't imagine how this was played. Uh,
oh.
and then I still can't imagine, but then I learned it from Guruji. Uh,
Yeah.
so when I was, you mentioned a few things about the difference in all these styles. So somebody asked me to summarize all these three styles in one word
Yeah.
each. And then because this is a yoga group, I think you'll probably appreciate. So I
Yeah.
looked up the Devi Guna Sampatti in the 16th chapter, and then I found one word in first three shlokas that describes each of these three sitar styles, at least in
Oh,
my opinion. So what you heard right now, Halim Jafar Khan Sahab, the 16th chapter, third shloka starts with Teja. Teja Kshama Dhruti Shaucham Adroho Natimana. The first word Tej is energy. So Halim Jafar Khan Sahab's style was full of energy. And then his bars is about increasing the density of notes using all the different techniques, about 10 different techniques. So my reference is he has written a book.
Prasad, can I suggest something?
Yeah.
Uh, Talk a little more loudly and
Okay. Yeah. Can
slowly
you hear
and
me now?
clear, slowly and clearly.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll probably come closer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has written this book called Jafar Khani Baz,
Yeah.
and this is Guruji with his son. And then he has and then the foreword is by none other than Annapurna Devi.
Arey wah.
And
Wife
then
of Ravi Shankar. Wife of Ravi Shankar.
yeah, the preface is by her. And then in this book there is also an article written by Pandit Shivkumar Sharma. So
Oh,
this book describes his style and how he uses all these
now you
siddhas.
play. Come on, you play now.
Yeah, I'll play. Yeah. So I was saying that these three words describe these three styles very, very well. So I think Tej is Halim Jafar Khan Sahab, in my opinion, and then I'll look at the other three also. So 16 chapter I've written. Um, I remember the first stanza has so Swadhyayastapa Marjavam. So Arjav describes to me Vilayat Khani style, and in the second shlok, there is Mardavam, Rira Chapalam. So Mardavam describes to me Pandit Nikhil Banerjee style.
Right.
Achapalam also applies very well to his style. So it's not Chanchal. So you find this Devi Guna Sampatti in 16th chapter, and the sitar players have demonstrated that through their playing. And
Wonderful.
I have about 8 shlokas that every sitar player or every musician should know. I'll probably go into those details a little bit later. This is written by my Sadguru, Swami Madhavananda, and then this is how I study Bhagavad Gita from him. And then you find that it starts with Shichodeshe Pratisthapya Sthiram Asanam Atmana. So, you have to sit in the right posture. Then you have to Tatrekagram Manakrutva, and then also on the Kinchidapi Chinta. So all of this applies to how you do sadhana. And then
Okay. Now
when
you play, please. Play,
yeah.
please play now. Enough
So
of
now I've
yeah.
tried to combine the three styles.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
because I learned in all these three styles,
You
people ask,
show the style separately.
okay, now Vilayat Khani style first.
Yeah.
I mixed some Jafar Khani buzz here.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully you can hear me. you'll find combination of all three styles. If I wait to tell you, it will probably disturb the flow. But I've been thinking of merging three styles. I think you'll figure out the difference when I switch from one to the next.
I think, okay, what we know, I think you first show the different styles
Okay.
and then merge them.
I'll show you guts in all three styles.
Ravi Shankar, Vilayat and Zafar Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Halim Jafar Khan Saab's Yaman. Okay, this is Yaman Rag.
Okay.
You heard Vilayat Khan Saab's gut here.
Yeah. One comment, please. Yeah. Vilayat Khan Saab invented the Gayaki Ang. That means when he's playing, you can immediately recognize the song behind his play. I think he is the one who found out Gayaki Anga. So in that sense, he is a class by himself, just as Abdul Halim Zafar Khan is a class by himself. So that's why I found some trace of Vilayat Khani Gayaki Anga in Abdul Halim Zafar Khan Sahib.
Yeah, so
I,
Halim
I could
Jafar
recognize the song in him.
Right. So Halim Jafar Khan Saab's style was rooted in the Binkari Ang, and he got a
Mhm.
lot of Binkari techniques, Veena
Yeah,
techniques,
yeah.
that he has described in this book also.
But
Uh,
Ravi Shankar's was also Binkari.
yeah, so that there is three lineages that feed into the sitar styles. So sitar borrows a lot from Dhrupadang, which
Mm,
was brought to sitar by Pandit Ravi Shankar as well as Pandit Nikhil Banerjee.
mm.
So they brought a lot of Drupad, especially in the Jod style, and especially Pandit Nikhil Banerjee. Then the Binkari style of playing was heavily seen in Halim Jafar Khan sub style, and Ustad Vilayat Khan's style was purely Gaikiang. In fact, it was modeled after Gaikiang. He even removed one octave from sitar, the lowermost octave, because that's
Yeah.
not present in vocal music. So they, yeah,
Vilayat Khan had only one pumpkin.
yeah. So this sitar has this is the pumpkin, this is the resonant cavity.
Yeah, okay.
There is 600 varieties of this gourd, and
Oh,
this so the out of all those 600 varieties, the specific version used for sitar is called calabazas. It's
mm,
actually originally African gourd that grows in only a few places in India. It requires arid weather and desert type of climate. So it's grown in Pandharpur. It's grown in near Kolkata. So it's a process to make this sitar out of that. So
yeah.
it's if you think of why this shape, it's shaped in the back pretty much like cars headlights. It's a paraboloid shape that reflects the
Yes.
sound to the, and then the string carries the string vibrations that feed into the gourd. This is resonant cavity, and the bridge feeds that into that cavity, and the top part is wood. So this wood has to have some specific properties.
Yeah.
uh,
I think I've got one. The who are listening, you're our listeners. If you want to say anything to Prasad, just say it. For example, play more and talk less, for example, you can say.
so this is Jafar Khan Bas.
Uh, yeah, very good. Mm.
So now you see the Jafar Khan style, a little
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
aggressive in that. Now you combine the three styles in a gut, then it sounds like this. Maybe I should start the tabla. Just give me.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So with the tabla, you'll see how these three styles combine
Yeah.
in a gut. Okay. Just give me half a minute. Okay. So I need to Set the speaker on. Sorry, I didn't set this up earlier because I wasn't sure if I should turn the tabla on or not.
Prasad has given programs all over North America.
Okay, so this should work now. Okay, just tell me if it's too loud. Not too loud, right?
Hmm.
Okay, now it opens up with Virat Kohli style again.
Yeah.
Too loud. Ends in the Jafar Khani bus. Now Virat Khani Tam.
Yeah.
Jafar Khani style.
Hmm.
This is the Drupadang.
Yeah.
Virat Khani style.
Yeah. Hmm. Wow.
The gut ends in Jafar Khani style. That little
Oh, I
bit of
see.
the praise. Gama,
Oh,
particularly seen in Vilayat Khani style.
oh, yeah. Ah, eh,
Okay.
yeah.
So it
Prasad,
showed.
can you show us, what is, because, the Khan Sahib specialties were mean ulti mean, and all those, uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
gusset, and
yeah. So
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 I
this.
think what Khan Sahib used to uh, compress so many notes, within the, two bits of the, more
That's
than anybody else.
using all the techniques.
Yeah,
So I'll show you two contrary compositions. Meaning you'll see the difference immediately.
yeah,
Pilu,
yeah,
Pilu, Kirwani, Pahadi, all these rags were completely mastered by Halim Jafar Khan Sahib. But
yeah,
Pilu, Vilayat Khan Sahib's Pilu is also very beautiful.
yeah,
Pandit Nikhil Banerjee's Pilu is also very beautiful.
yeah,
But they interpret it very differently. So I'll show you.
yeah.
So Vilayat Khani style first. Okay.
Mm.
I'll increase the speed a little bit. Okay. Still faster. Now this is Ultimate, which is not there in Vilayat Khan Sahib's original composition. I adopted it from Jafar Khan Ibas.
Okay.
Now I'll show. Original. Now this was Vilayat Khan Sahib's composition.
Mm.
Now see Halim Jafar Khan Sahib's. So all that gusset mean all those techniques are employed here. Uchhat.
Uh,
Now here. Both means.
yeah,
So his technique was more on the Binkari side here. Okay.
yeah.
I'll play again. One stroke.
Wow.
In mid.
Uh-huh.
So you see the difference in the style
Yeah,
versus
yeah, yeah.
that's Gaiki style.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
Okay, so they have all imagined in their own ways. They all had Devi Guna Sampatti as per 16 chapter 1, 2, and 3, and then
Yeah.
and then they interpreted the music in
Yeah.
their own way.
Yeah. गुरुजी कसं काय वाटतं गुरुजी? गुरुजी असं. Yeah. Very good.
Very good, very good.
Good. Okay, good. So very
So it's
good.
getting late there, I think,
No, that's okay, Ravi.
on East Coast.
Really, I think we owe a great vote of thanks to young Pandit, whom I have known for 32 years only. And it's getting stronger. Actually, whenever I visit California, he lives in California, San Jose. Whenever I go there, I spend a couple of days with him, just listening to his sitar. And then his beautiful wife, Prachi, fixes me nice dinner also. That was a bonus. So,
Thank you so much for inviting me here.
yeah, oh, it's our pleasure. Guruji?
Girish Kale also did excellent job of just putting the sound, all the pieces of music together.
Yeah.
So and thank you, Ramesh. Again, if there are any questions, please anyone, please ask questions to Ramesh or to Prasad.
Yeah. I think Prasad will answer questions.
रमेशजी हे
Yeah.
पहाडीवर कुठला हिंदी म्युझिक आहे का?
Oh, yeah. पहाडीवर ना?
हा, तो राग खूपच छान
या
वाटला.
या या सांगतो एक मिनिट.
Lot of songs from Kashmir Ki Kali.
एक
रिअली?
मिनिट
बरोबर.
एक मिनिटात सांगतो तुम्हाला.
गुगल करून बघायला पाहिजे.
And
तेवढे
since Diwali has
पहाडीवर
just
सगळ्यात जास्त तुम्हाला गाणी दिसतील. उदाहरणार्थ नवरंग मधलं अरे जा रे हट नटखट
बरोबर.
अरे जा रे हरे नटक ते. त्यानंतर नंतर पाकीच्या मधलं इनी लोगोने हो
ती पहाडी रागवरच आहे का? बरोबर.
हो पहाडी. त्यानंतर मुकेशचं कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है.
या खयाल आता है.
या तो ते आणि ते 14वीं का चांद हो, दॅट इज ऑल्सो इन पहाडी.
बरं.
आणखीन किती पाहिजे?
नाही, थँक्यू. कारण मोस्टली सगळे यमन आणि अशा रागावरची असतात. सो पहाडी मी कधी ऐकलेलं नव्हतं राग.
नाही, आता हे प्रसादी सजेस्ट केलं म्हणून.
Pahadi was, I think Pahadi was O.P. Nayyar's favorite rag. You find it in a lot of his songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice presentation.
Shivkumar ji, he come from Pahad region, from the Himalayas, so he also used to play Pahadi. But I think, as Prasad said, O.P. Nayyar Saab.
Okay. खूप छान presentation. Very nice. Really enjoyed it.
Good.
Thank you, both of
Yeah,
you.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Dr. Ramesh ji and Prasad ji. Very
I
nice.
think thank you, Prasad
Thank
ji
you.
and Girish Kale, who threw new light on Santur last, and now this time Pandit Prasad Joglekar did that, So we are very fortunate,
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate being surrounded by these talented artists. So this is what you do when you don't have talent, you gather talented people around you. So this is
Right.
what I do.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you,
Very
thank you,
Yes.
Ramesh.
much.
Yeah, okay.
आणि
Thank you very
thank
much,
you तुम्ही
Guruji.
प्रसाद आणला तिथे म्हणजे
Yeah.
Oh, good comment.
व्हेरी नाईस दोघांचं म्हणजे असं की आम्हाला केनेडी सेंटरला बसल्यासारखं वाटत होतं म्युझिक
अरे
ऐकताना.
वाह, वाह, वाह.
I
What a
agree with you.
compliment.
Thank you.
What a
Totally
compliment.
agree with you, Swati.
Yeah.
आम्ही एकदाच रविशंकर आणि अनुष्काचा प्रोग्रामला गेलो होतो तिथे.
नाही, आम्ही
Kennedy
ह्याला
Center
गेलो
ला.
होतो शिवकुमार शर्मा आणखीन आपला हे दोनदा ऐकलं तो
Yeah.
आपला काय तो झाकीर हुसेन
Okay.
स्वामीच्या
So-
पुढे झाली कॉन्सर्ट आणि टेक्सासला दोन्हीकडे गेलो होतो
Yeah.
आणि अमजद अली खान पण
Right. So just like Pahadi and Kirwani and Pilu were Halim Jafar Khan's specialty, Maher Gharana's specialty is Manj Khamaj. So maybe I'll end with that. We'll end on a musical note. Manj
All right.
Khamaj, I thought you had that in your collection, no?
Hmm.
Ravi Shankar's Manj Khamaj.
Yeah.
Have you included that in your collection? So this is a
So-
Jugalbandi, Pandit Ravi Shankar and Pandit Nikhil Banerjee. Oh,
I
actually,
see.
sorry, Pandit Ravi Shankar and
Ali Akbar.
Ali Akbar Khan Sahab.
Oh.
Either Pandit Nikhil Banerjee or Ravi Shankar and Ali Akbar Khan Sahab.
Hmm.
So it's I don't know if there's a record available of this, but I heard this composition and learned it from
Ali Akbar
Mayer's.
and Ravi Shankar's Jugalbandi is amazing also.
Now this is a specialty of Mayer Gharana. Anyways,
Oh, I see.
Manj Khamaj.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay.
Raviji used to play this very often, Manja
Yes,
Khamaj.
Yeah, Manj Khamaj is their special rag,
Yeah.
Mayer style.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody
very
any question?
If there are any questions, if there are no questions, we can end the meeting. But if you have any
Yeah.
questions, please,
Alright.
of course, Govind, go ahead.
मला एक कॉमेंट करायचं आहे रमेश जी.
Bol Govind.
आणि प्रसाद. ओके,
Ah.
हे सगळं एक भाग्य असतं की रमेशजी तू कॅनडात करायला किंवा कुठं होता आणि सगळ्या या संगीतकारांचे प्रोग्राम करू शकला, त्यांच्याबरोबर बसू शकला, शिकू शकला. हे काहीतरी पूर्वजन्मीचं भाग्य आहे तुझं. आणि जे लोक म्युझिक करतात जसे प्रसाद आहे वगैरे यांचं सुद्धा भाग्य आहे की यांना काहीतरी एक देणगी मिळालेली जन्मत आणि त्याशिवाय हे होत नाही. हे अक्वायर करून कधीच जमत नाही याच्यामध्ये. अक्वायर इज अ व्हेरी लिमिटेड थिंग. पण हे
Yeah.
जेव्हा वर्षानुवर्ष होत राहतं त्यामागे काहीतरी पूर्वपुण्य किंवा आपलं भाग्य आहे. एवढंच मी कमेंट करेन आणि थँक्यू व्हेरी मच की
Thank
हे
you.
सगळं
खूप
माझ्या
चांगलं आहे. तू सगळे
माझ्या गुरूंची आणि सद्गुरूंची ही लीला आहे. हेच
हा.
खरं आहे.
या
कारण त्याशिवाय मला
correct.
तीन घराण्यात शिकता आली नसती सतार. तर ते
Right.
त्यांच्या कृपेने ते झाले. जसं म्युझिक मध्ये पण आपण म्हणतो रियाजाने तुम्ही 90% पर्यंत जाऊ शकता, पण पुढे कृपेचा प्रांत आहे.
हम्म.
तर ते
Right.
गुरुकृपेच साध्य होतं आणि सद्गुरु
नाही तर
कृपेने.
ते मी एवढं सांगेल की तुम्ही अगदी थोडेसे इंडिव्हिज्युअल या प्लॅनेटवर आहात की ज्यांना हे भाग्य किंवा पुण्याही मिळते. बाकीचे लोक आपले ठीक आहे ऐकणं म्हणा किंवा करणं म्हणा ती गोष्ट वेगळी आहे. पण त्यामुळे मी एवढंच म्हणाल की तुम्हाला त्याचा पूर्ण तुम्ही उपयोग करून घेतला आणि असेच राहा, असंच करत राहा शेवटच्या श्वासापर्यंत. मला एवढंच कधी कधी वाटतं की मी जरी म्युझिशियन नसलो किंवा मला ते कळत नसलं तरी पण शेवटच्या श्वासाला मला कुठलं तरी क्लासिकल म्युझिक संतूर
Yeah.
म्हणा सितार म्हणा कुठलं
yeah.
तरी बासरी ऐकायला
Yeah.
मिळेल आणि ते भाग्य खूप वेगळं आहे.
हम्म.
थँक्यू.
Thank you so
नाही,
much.
आम्ही ऑटोवाला 110 प्रोग्राम्स केले आणि Prasad was with us. He was always with us. He was there, in most of the programs.
Lots of memories. Yes.
Lots of memories. Those are the memories, we still talk about. And just one memo. I used to go to him, for Ekda I was sick in my home, and I felt like listening to his Miyaki Malhar. आणि मी प्रसादला फोन केला आणि he came with his sitar to my place. Remember?
That Mia Mulnar has a special story. If you
Yeah.
have 1 minute, I can tell you that story.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's a little late there, but I'll tell you that story some other time then.
Yeah.
How I learned it from Halim Jafar Khan sir.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, once I used to live in IIT, and then once I forgot to take my umbrella there. So I used to take a bus there. By the time I would walk to his building, I was completely drenched in water.
Yeah.
And then he used to go for a walk every day. So I was about to turn back and go back because I couldn't. I was completely wet. But then he saw me, and then he called me. He had an umbrella, so he called me, took me in his umbrella, and I said, "Okay, this is the time for Mia Mallar. Why are you going back?" So he took me upstairs to his apartment. He gave me a towel, and then he said,
wow.
"Okay, this is the time for Mia Mallar." Next 2 hours, he taught me Mia Mallar.
Wow.
It was out of this world, and
Yeah.
I was completely wet from inside and outside.
Oh, wow. Lucky. Both of you are lucky.
Yeah.
Because,
I can show you that composition maybe some other time that he
Yeah,
taught
yeah,
me at that time. Yeah.
well, you can, Guruji, ऐकायचंय थोडं?
Sure, sure. आता सुद्धा ऐका.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Once I,
That is one of my favorite ragas, Miyaki Mallar.
okay, so this is what he taught me that day. When I was completely wet, he said, "Okay, don't go back. This is the time for Mia Mallar." I was completely wet.
Acha.
He made me sit next to him, gave me a towel,
How lucky you are. How lucky you are.
because he was in the mood for Mia Mallar. He had just come back from a walk. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll set the tabla on.
Wow.
It's his special style, Halim Jafar Khan sir. This gut has 2 sums.
क्या बात है.
This was the gut I learned that day.
Yeah.
With completely his stance, okay? That's how his stance would be. The next 2 hours are full of this.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
My Khasa was a great, Actually, when we had his program, I had sat down with him, and talked to him, Very pleasant, very affectionate person.
Very, very affectionate, and I had a special bond with him.
Yeah.
He came for my wedding also. He said, "I don't go to even minister's wedding, but I'm going to come for your wedding." So he came with a party of 4. And he was sitting in front of that Shanai player and making him farmaishes. So I think that guy was...
I think you were one of his favorite students,
I was very fortunate. So so
actually, one anecdote. I most of my articles in the book on musicians were published in a magazine. And I requested Prasad to write an article on Abdul Halim Zafar Khan Sahib. And he wrote a beautiful article, if you remember, Prasad.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember. Then I learned from Ustad Shahid Parvez and Pandit Partha Chatterjee also. So when I went to Pandit Partha Chatterjee, I also have beautiful memories with him, where I learned my hairstyle.
Okay,
And I told him that I want to learn the jod that Pandit Nikhil Banerjee played in Rag Puriya Kalyan.
Okay.
This is absolutely out of this world Puriya Kalyan that he played live sometime in the 70s in Ali Akbar College here. So Parthada told me that you know exactly what you don't know, so I'll teach you. So then I learned my hairstyle from him.
I see.
Mostly the Jod style and mostly the Drupad Ang in Sitar that Nikhil Da brought.
Yeah. I told you once at the beginning of the last Santur program that in the instrumental music there is Alam, Jod, Jhala, and then Gat. Four thing. Just as in vocal music, there is we start with Alap and then we go to Antara, and then Gat later on. Here in the instrumental music, it is Alap, Jod, Jhala, and then Gat. In Jhala, sometimes tabla is there or not. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, there's two types of Jhala. So actual Sitar presentation has 16 transition points that a player needs to know. Listener will hear probably only 5.
Yeah.
So you start with the alap, then you have lower octave alap, then in some rags. Then you increase the pace of the alaps. Then in Jod also there is 3 transition points where you introduce different parts of gamak and different parts of drupadang. And then there is Thok Jhala, and then there is Vilambit. In Vilambit, there is Gat Vistar, Rag Vistar, Lay Vistar, Peshkarang that comes from Tabla, and then different types of tans. And then there is Madhyalay optional, then there is Drut, then there is Jhala. The Jhala after the Jod is called Thok Jhala. It's the reverse of, it's the mirror image of actual Jhala. But those are all technical things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we will keep.
I think Sudha wants to say something. Looks like Sudha wants to say something.
Yeah. Well, this is my sister, Sudha.
रमेश आणि प्रसाद फारच छान. प्रसादजी एक सारंगची जरा एक झलक वाजवणार का?
I think
सारंग, शुद्ध सारंग.
She always dreams of sarang,
Okay, so Shuddha Sarang, there is, I mean,
थोड़ी झलक.
Okay. I'll play the tabla.
Okay. Yeah, that's a beautiful rag, sarang. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mala,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was overwhelming. माझ्या डोळ्यात पाणी आणलं तुम्ही.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mala, मला वृंदावनी सारंग जास्त आवडतो शुद्ध सारंग पेक्षा. I don't
या
know.
वृंदावनी सारंग.
Yeah.
ऍक्च्युली आय मेंट दॅट. थँक्यू प्रसाद.
थँक्यू. पण सुधाताईंनी म्हटलं म्हणून आम्हाला पण ऐकायला मिळालं.
Oh.
नमस्कार सुधाताई.
Gaud Sarang. Okay, welcome. Yeah, Gaud Sarang is the outlier Sarang, which is actually Kalyan Thaat, but otherwise other Sarangs have different characteristic.
अप्रतिम.
ऍक्च्युअली माझा एक आवडता राग आहे शुद्ध कल्याण, आणि मी कधीपासून प्रसादच्या मागे लागलोय, पण तो काही तो शुद्ध कल्याणचा मूड लागत नाही असं आहे.
तिकडे तर उशीर होते खूप तुम्हाला.
आता रमेश तुम्ही लिस्ट त्यांना लिहून द्या आणि पुढच्या परफॉर्म करायला सांगा.
तेवढंच बाकी आता. या वी विल हॅव कॉल हिम अगेन आय थिंक.
नाही, पण इट्स अ गॉड गिफ्ट आहे. आणखी तुमचं डिव्होशन टोटली त्याच्यावर आहे, त्याच्यामुळे
लर्निंग फ्रॉम कॉलेज.
एक्झॅक्टली. नाही, पण यू हॅव टू डिवोट. म्हणजे कुठल्याला जी भक्ती म्हणतात ना आपल्या ह्याच्यामध्ये, ते इट्स लाईक भक्ती आहे ती खरी ह्याची करणं. व्हेरी नाईस.
तपश्चर्या
आहे ती खरंच.
प्रसादजी तुमचे युट्यूब वर आहेत का?
युट्यूब वर आहे. मी स्मृतिगंधावर जास्त पब्लिश केलंय पण युट्यूब पेक्षा.
Yeah, actually, Prasad, whenever he cuts a new CD or something, he sends it to me.
पण हा तप शब्द बरोबर आहे. स्वाध्याय तप मार्जवम गीतेने सांगितलं आपल्याला. स्वाध्याय म्हणजे आपला रिसर्च आणि अभ्यास म्हणजे एक्झिस्टिंग नॉलेजचा रिसर्च दोन्ही आवश्यक आहे.
गुरुजी, प्रसादनी he did his PhD in
distributed computing.
in optimum systems of computer system, and त्यांनी he has applied it to music, you know.
Wow.
So someday, you know, I think first he's going to send me the video, you know, of that, you know, and then I will comment, and then we'll see, get it from there.
त्याच्यामध्ये एकच आहे की आपण आपल्या संगीताला शास्त्रीय संगीत म्हणतो. तर मला बरेच दिवस प्रश्न होता की शास्त्र आपण जेव्हा म्हणतो त्या कुठल्याही शास्त्रामध्ये ऍटलिस्ट दोन गोष्टी असतात कुठल्याही सायन्स फ्रेमवर्क मध्ये. म्हणजे नुसतं क्लासिसिझम किंवा अभिजातपणा वेगळा आणि शास्त्रीय त्यात सायन्स काय आहे. तर शास्त्रामध्ये जनरली एक ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्शन फ्रेमवर्क असतं. म्हणजे फोर्स मास ऍक्सिलरेशन तुम्ही कुठल्याही फ्रेमवर्क मध्ये गेलात बऱ्याचशा, म्हणजे ब्लॅक होल वगैरे सोडलं तर. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे एक ऑप्टिमायझेशन फ्रेमवर्क असतं प्रत्येक शास्त्रामध्ये. तर हे संगीतात काय याचा शोध घेता घेता आय स्टंबल्ड अपॉन ओल्ड थिअरीज ऑफ मॅथमॅटिक्स की ज्या वापरून आपण असं प्रूव्ह करू शकतो की हे ऑप्टिमल स्ट्रक्चर आहे. की वादी संवादी दोनच का असतात. बऱ्याचशा तबल्यातल्या गती तुम्हाला 7व्या मात्रेतनं किंवा 12व्या मात्रेतनं का सुरू होते. ऑप्टिमम पॉइंट्स काही काही आहेत आणि तुम्ही ते मॅथमॅटिकली प्रूव्ह करू शकता. आणि त्याच्यात अशी ऍबस्ट्रॅक्ट स्ट्रक्चर्स तुम्ही तयार करू शकता की पूर्वी कधीही न ऐकलेलं तुम्ही नवीन मला कुठलंही स्केल सांगितलं तरी त्यात मी वाजवायच्या आधीच मला माहिती आहे की हे कानाला चांगलं वाटणार आहे. त्याचं कारण ते ऑप्टिमायझेशन प्रिन्सिपल त्याच्यामध्ये आहे. आणि ते मी रिव्हर्स इंजिनियर केलं किशोरी आमोणकर आणि आमिर खान साहेबांच्या म्युझिकला. आणि त्या माझ्या लक्षात आलं की दे न्यू इट इन सम अदर फॉर्म, मे बी नॉट इन दिस लँग्वेज. तर जे कानाला गोड वाटतं त्याच्या मागे शास्त्र काय आहे हे आपण मॅथमॅटिकल ऑप्टिमायझेशन वापरून प्रूव्ह करू शकतो. की दोनच वादी संवादी काय आहेत. तबल्याच्या म्हणजे ठराविक मात्रेतनं सुरू होणाऱ्या बंदिशी चांगल्या का वाटतात याचं. आणि त्याच्यात आपल्याला ताना वापरताना पण ताना डिझाईन करताना पण काही मॅथमॅटिकल प्रिन्सिपल्स कशी वापरतात. म्हणजे ऍक्शन मिनिमायझेशन प्रिन्सिपल नावाचं आहे. ते मॉपर्टी प्रिन्सिपल त्याला म्हणतात. म्हणजे तो बर्नॉलीचा शिष्य होता. त्यानंतर हे 1740 साली डेव्हलप झालं. त्यानंतर पुढच्या सेंचुरीमध्ये हॅमिल्टोनियन पाथ्स वगैरे आपल्याला माहिती आहेत ऐकून सगळ्यांना. आणि तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण बऱ्याचशा अशा गोष्टी मॅथमॅटिकली प्रूव्ह करू शकतो की खरोखर शास्त्रीय संगीत आहे.
नक्कीच फार इंटरेस्टिंग होईल ते टॉक. बाय द वे माझी बॅकग्राऊंड मॅथमॅटिक्स मधली आहे पण म्हणजे म्युझिक मधलं काही नाही.
वाह गुरुजी.
तर त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही ते अगदी इझिली कोरिलेट करू शकाल की म्हणजे मॉपर्टी प्रिन्सिपल प्रमाणे ऍक्शन मिनिमायझेशन प्रिन्सिपल प्रमाणे जी पोटेन्शियल आणि कायनेटिक एनर्जी म्हणजे 2 पॉइंट्सना जोडणारा पाथ जो मिनिमम टाइम पाथ आणि मिनिमम डिस्टन्स पाथ मधला फरक आहे तो एक्सप्लेन करण्याकरता त्यांनी सांगितलं. आणि बर्नॉलीनी सांगितलं की दॅट वॉज द मोस्ट सॅटिस्फाईंग डिस्कवरी ऑफ हिज लाईफ. आणि ही त्यांनी ऑप्टिक्स पण म्हणजे त्यांनी ऑप्टिक्स आणि मेकॅनिकल सिस्टीमसाठी ते प्रूव्ह केलं पण ते म्युझिकमध्ये पण खरं असं माझ्या लक्षात आलं. म्हणजे पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी म्हणजे आम्ही तार ओढतो तेव्हा त्याची पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी वाढवतो तारेची, आणि जेव्हा सपाट ताण घेतो तेव्हा कायनेटिक एनर्जी वाढवतो. तर कायनेटिक मायनस पोटेन्शियल ओव्हर इंटिग्रेटेड ओव्हर टाइम हे तुम्ही मिनिमाइज केलं तर ती ताण जास्त नॅचरल येते असं माझा अनुभव आहे. आणि आता हलीम जफर खान साहेबांच्या पहाडीमध्ये तुम्ही ज्या ताना ऐकल्यात त्या अशा ऑप्टिमाइज ताना होत्या. म्हणून त्याचा स्पीड एवढा जास्त होता आणि ते दुसरे कोणी वाजवू शकत नाही. त्यांना कुठल्या तरी परिभाषेत ते माहिती होतं, ते आपण या प्रकारे फॉर्म्युलेट करू शकतो.
Actually, he used the words Vadi, Samvadi. Vadi is the most important note in that raga, and Samvadi is the next most important. I have explained all this, in the previous lecture. Beautiful. I think this theory, I think you'd send me the video,
I think तो करतोय आणि त्याच्यामुळे हे प्रत्येक रागातल्या प्रत्येक फ्रेजेस पाठ करत बसण्यापेक्षा अशा प्रकारे आपल्याला कमी वेळात जर का चांगलं संगीत वाजवायचं असेल तर या थिअरीचा खूप उपयोग होतोय. मी म्हणजे स्वतःच्या अनुभवावरून सांगतो, मी याचा वापर करतोय गेली काही वर्ष. कारण आपल्याकडे लिमिटेड वेळात जास्त जर का आपल्याला एक्सप्लोर करायचं असेल तर त्यात एमलेस रियाज करत बसण्यापेक्षा या प्रकारे आपलं शास्त्रीय संगीत खरंच शास्त्र त्याच्या मागचं काय आहे.
म्हणजे कॅन यू रेकमेंड एन ऑप्टिमल वे टू डू रियाज?
नॉट जस्ट रियाज, इव्हन परफॉर्मन्स.
अच्छा.
परफॉर्मन्स मध्ये ज्या नोट्सचा परस्पर संवाद करत आपण रागाची बढत करतो त्याच्या मागे ती ऑप्टिमायझेशन थिअरी आहे. आणि त्याचा संबंध वादी संवादीशी पण आहे आणि कुठल्या मात्रेतनं सुरू करतो आपण त्याच्याशी पण आहे. कारण आपण त्याच्यात दोन गोष्टी आहेत. आपण प्रत्येक म्युझिकल नोटचा स्केलर असा विचार करतो, पण ती ऍक्च्युली व्हेक्टर असा त्याचा विचार केला पाहिजे. म्हणजे त्याच्यात मल्टिपल डायमेन्शन्स आहेत. साऊंड टोनल फ्रिक्वेन्सी तर एक आहे, लय प्रत्येक स्वरामध्ये एम्बेडेड आहे. कारण त्या स्वराचं व्हॅल्यू त्याच्या कॉन्टेक्स्टवर अवलंबून आहे. तुम्ही तो कुठे लावता त्या कॉन्टेक्स्टवर. तोच गंधार. आणि आपण आता समजा एखाद्या पांढऱ्या बॅकग्राऊंडकडे पाहिलं, एक लाल डॉट आहे बराच वेळ, आणि नंतर दुसऱ्या बॅकग्राऊंडकडे पाहिलं दुसऱ्याच पांढऱ्या बॅकग्राऊंडवर, तर आपला ब्रेन त्याच्यात कन्स्ट्रक्ट करतो ऑपोजिट कलर, हिरवा कलर. तर संगीत हे फक्त ट्रान्समिट साईडचं नसून ट्रान्समिट आणि रिसीव्ह हे कंबाईंड साईडचं आहे. त्यामुळे रिसीव्ह साईडला आपल्याला काहीतरी म्हणजे त्याच्यात तुम्ही तुमच्या मनात निर्माण केलेलं संगीत आहे. आता मी जे वाजवलं ती एक साईड झाली, पण तुम्ही त्याच्यात फिल इन द ब्लँक्स केल्यात. तर त्याच्यात आपण विवादी स्वर पण वापरतो, त्याच्यात पॉझेस पण वापरतो, त्याच्यात बऱ्याच गोष्टी वापरतो. तर ट्रान्समिट आणि रिसीव्ह दोन्ही साईड मिळून संगीत तयार होतं. रिसीव्ह साईडला त्याचा इम्पॅक्ट काय होतो याचा जे ट्रान्समिट साईडलाच विचार करतात त्यांचं संगीत हे वेगळ्या लेवलचं असतं असं म्हणता येईल.
हे जरा थोडंसं बहुतेकांना आणि मला सुद्धा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आहे, तर तू गुरुजींना पाठव ह्याचा
कधीतरी आपण नेक्स्ट इयर समटाइम आपण
नेक्स्ट इयर आय थिंक फेब्रुवारी मार्च वगैरे फेब्रुवारी. कारण आय एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट लेक्चर्स इन लेट फेब्रुवारी और समथिंग सो अराउंड.
केव्हाही याच्यात जेवढं बोलू तेवढं कमीच आहे, जेवढं वाजवू तेवढंही कमीच आहे.
या खरं आहे. व्हेरी ट्रू, व्हेरी ट्रू.
ओके, थँक्यू सो मच. तुमचा बराच
थँक्यू सो मच.
थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
थँक्यू प्रसाद. थँक्यू गिरीश.
थँक्यू एव्हरीवन.
थँक्यू सो मच.